head spinning, looking at me now, cause they know that I stay winning.
What's up guys, it's OGW. Been a bit quieter today because even though this place is empty, I'm just having that sort of public etiquette. Long story short, the medical problem that I had, when I saw a doctor about it recently, they said that I need to be off for longer, which is good and bad, because bad meaning that I can't work in the day and be productive in terms of like actually go to a job, because I've realised that over the past few weeks my productivity comes a lot from like being in my job. I mean, there's only so much like studying and outreach and stuff like that you can do. Also, I'm not allowed to train. I'm just going to substitute that by getting out, just change up the scenery, do you know what I mean, and just being able to make more use out of getting out and about. In the last couple of days I've found that I've been in a bit of a mental rut where I don't feel too productive and I haven't really felt too useful, and I think that is stemming from work. What I decided to do, and I got this advice from one of my friends. I don't know if you can see that. Write down on a piece of paper how I'm feeling, what my thought process is at the moment, just to be able to get it out of here and put it onto here. I was also watching a podcast about David Goggins. He was saying that you've got like a mental garage, and if that garage is cluttered, you're not going to be able to perform properly, whereas you need to organise it, and that's what I'm trying to do. We're at Everyman Cinema at the moment, at the Royal William Yard in Plymouth, which if you are from Plymouth and you're watching this, you would have seen from the intro footage. Got a coffee, I've got my notepad and my pen, and I'm just going to set the camera up somewhere, maybe over there. There's a nice little ledge over there. Okay guys, so I have, let's just move this. I guess you could say that there was a fair amount that I wanted to get from here, put onto here, and just sort of break it down and work it out. I don't know if I'm fully done. I don't know if I've put everything out. I mean, I pretty much have. Yeah, a lot of what is going on mentally is on this paper, but I guess I might add to it a bit later into the day. We'll see what happens. I can't stress the importance of doing this. I was talking to one of my mates today, and he was like, I highly recommend, writing down your thoughts and feelings on a piece of paper. You know what I mean? Gone are the days where, men can't do that. No. Those days are gone. You need to do this. If anything, it's one of the most adult and masculine things I feel like you can do. Be able to recognise what's going on up here and just write it down onto paper. Feel better after getting stuff down on there. Oh, one of the things as well that I've also, random in my head, that I'm going to add to the links in this description. I've now got like a website that is linked to EGN, Empowered Global Network. I will be putting that in the description of each video, so that if anyone is interested, I'll get it up on my phone, but it's just got a bit about EGN, why I sort of joined, all that kind of stuff, and testimonials from other people in the community. Okay, here we go. That there is now the website that we use, or that I've got, sorry. And as you can see, it's just sort of a bit about EGN here, who I am, my journey so far, what I want to do, and my goals with it. Got the opportunity here, so there's a presentation here that was produced by Dan Dukes. He's our founder. If you want to learn more about what the academy that we're partnered with offers the community, it's on that video, so you literally just got to click play. There's a few testimonials here, different people in the community, how it's impacted their lives. If you want to check that out, I will be putting it in the description of each video, along with other socials and active one-word link and stuff like that. I'm now going to do a Think and Grow Rich study. All honestly, I've been putting this book off a bit as well. I think that's one of the things that has also maybe put me in a bit of a rut, is because I haven't really taken the time to study that as part of my evening routine. So I'm going to go through a bit of this, annotate, do a couple of pages of that, and yeah, we're going to see what happens from there, to be honest. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do from there, but we'll have a look. But I know this might sound a bit hypocritical because I've been putting this off a bit recently because I've just not been in my routine. But I do highly recommend this book. If you just want to get into reading a book and not doing everything through this, you know, a bit more sort of like physical, I highly recommend it. So I'm going to get into a bit of this. One last thing before I go as well, I'm not going to film this because I've realised that my camera battery is quite low and I'm not too sure if there is I'm not too sure if there is plug sockets around here. Might be a bit of a problem. We'll see in a bit. Okay guys, so I've just started a bit of Think and Grow Rich. I need to get post-it notes because what I do is I annotate the pages. I remember talking to someone a while ago and they said it's worth getting post-it notes. So I'm going to get post-it notes for it. I might do that today actually once I'm in town. And I'm also going to change up locations. I'm going to be leaving here. I'm not too sure where I'm going to go yet. Maybe Moxie's, maybe somewhere different. I go there a lot, so I definitely need to change up the location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a think and then I will update you and let you. Guys, just left Pier 1. I didn't film a hell of a lot in there, purely for the fact that it was quite loud, there was people in there and there was also music playing, so you wouldn't have heard a lot of what I said. I am now going to head into town and get something to eat because I'm starving. Also, I know a couple of weeks ago I said that I was going to be doing a update on how my trading week had gone on my account. Essentially, the reason I haven't started that yet, for the last 2 weeks, news has been very heavy, so there has hardly been any trading, even with AI. But just want to let people know that that is going to be starting this week. I've just had lunch. Well, say lunch is like late into the day, but I haven't eaten anything properly yet. So I've had that chicken wrap, which was actually quite nice, to be fair. It was more of like a nutritional based one. As you can see, it come from a company called the Gym Kitchen. Decent, it was nice. Also had a protein flapjack, and now I'm drinking, I've never had it before, it's called Tensing. Almost a bit more like a natural energy drink, but yeah, it's nice. Got vitamin C, BCAA, which I'm not sure BCAA actually do a lot for you. I mean, my PT has said that they don't do a hell of a lot. It's 100% plant-based. Always good, I guess, even though I'm not a vegan. Electrolytes from Himalayan rock salt. I use that, I have that on my food, to be fair. But yeah, I'm going to head home. I've been out for a while now. I need to get back. I wanted to get out of the house. I didn't actually realise I was going to be out this long, but you know what I mean? That's decent plans, is when spontaneous things happen and you just end up going to loads of places. And when I get back, create the thumbnail for this video because I normally do them in advance anyway, even though it is only a Tuesday. I want to get the thumbnail made for this video. Got a call tonight as well with a customer, or a potential customer, at 8 PM. That should be decent. He sounds keen, he sounds interested in the products and the services, so we'll see how that happens, but I'll see you guys back at home. Guys, there is a change of plan. So, not getting a bus home anymore. In fact, I'm actually going to set up somewhere, wait for my dad, and we are going to go and pick up my brother because he is looking at a new car today. So I'm going to be going with him to get a new car, potentially get a coffee afterwards, to see what happens. I'm not too sure what car he's getting, where he's looking, but I will get some footage and I'll keep you up to date. Might even get some, footage with my brother and my dad, see if they want to say a couple words in the video. Guys, we've pulled up at the Boston Tea Party on the Barbican. I've got a mocha shop and we're going to wait for Dad to pick us up and then we will be going from there. So as you can see from the footage just then, we are on my way to pick up my brother. We have just stopped off. I think my dad had to pop into the chemist, I believe. I didn't realise that he was going to pick me up that quickly, to be fair, from that cafe. I literally sat down, I opened up my laptop to start editing the thumbnail for this video, and he literally turned up within like a few minutes, so that's gonna have to wait till later on. But it's only Tuesday, I'm not in any rush to get a thumbnail made for this video. There is more priorities to this week than creating a thumbnail, because that can literally be done within half an hour. Just a little update from me, I will see you soon. Guys, I'm going to end off today here. I got back quite a few hours ago now, to be fair. I've had such a busy evening, and I'm not going to lie, recording has just sort of slipped my mind with stuff that I've been doing. I got back, I did some more outreach. I went for a walk with some personal development. I have a half an hour slot in the evening through my structured app. I will literally go for a walk and just listen to some personal development. It's just good for mental state. Did have quite a successful evening, to be fair. I have enrolled a new member into OGW. They are getting started with the community and with the academy tonight. They're going to get plugged into the education, start utilising the products and services, and start creating their own journey through this academy, which is brilliant. If they are watching this video, they know who they are, and I just want to again say welcome to the team. It's been a decent evening. Building my community, just sort of personal development in good state, and getting some more outreach done, stuff like that. So I am going to go to sleep now, and I will catch up with you guys bright and early. See you guys then. Guys, it's currently 6 o'clock in the morning. Wednesday morning. I'm going to try and keep quiet because people are still sleeping, but I am going to be jumping on Sci-Fi Sunrise very shortly, so I will set the camera up. Guys, it's about midday. Plan for now, me and Dad, he's waiting in the car. Gonna go for a coffee on the Barbican. Gonna change it up. Instead of going to the waterfront, we're gonna go to the Barbican this time, which is the harbour in Plymouth. Not gonna be out for too long because Mum needs the car to be able to pick up my niece essentially. So gonna be out for a couple of hours, get something to eat. I'll catch up with you guys very soon. We've just been for a coffee and lunch. What we were doing now is I had to look for a specific bag that has my passport in it. We were looking through all of that stuff behind me in there to see if we can find it, because I thought it might potentially be in there. And the reason I need my passport is not only because you just need it, but also because I'm going to Mexico for a convention early November. It's not in here, so not ideal, but fairly certain it's in the loft, because if it's not in here, it's not at my brother's, because I did have a couple things at my brother's. So it is now time to have a look in the loft. I didn't film any footage whilst we was actually getting lunch because it's calmed down a bit now, but it was raining quite heavily whilst we was walking around and going to the cafe, so I just sort of left my camera in the car. Bag is not in here. I'll keep you guys up to date. So I've been home for a little while now. I got back and I got a trim, which was much needed, because I don't know, like, even though my hair wasn't long, when you're used to having skin fades, it just feels like a lot longer on this, even when it grows out a little bit, and it feels a lot less tidier. I'm gonna go for a walk. It's a customer that has a couple questions. He wants to ask me about one of the products and how it works, one of the trade idea applications that we use. So I'm just gonna go through that with him, and I am also just gonna make a bit of a walk out of it, to be fair, because even though I've been out a lot, it's been like not a lot of, but it's been like a lot, like sort of sitting down in the car, stuff like that. So I'm going to get ready now. I'll take the camera with me, get some footage, because unfortunately, I didn't really get a lot of footage when I was with, or well, hardly any footage at all, when I actually went for a coffee and something to eat with Dad. We were talking about quite a lot of like sort of family related stuff as well, so I didn't want to film that because obviously it's personal, but I'll take you guys with me. Just had a call with one of the customers in my network. He just basically needed help with a few things. There were a couple of trading related things that he didn't quite understand, and he had a couple of questions with one of the apps that we use, one of the trade idea apps that we use called Blaze. So it was a productive call. It wasn't just a good call for like helping him and guiding him through certain things. It was also good for just like building that sort of customer like bond and relationship with him as well, making him feel more like he has got that help at hand if needed. Almost made me reminisce a bit. It was like back to like when I first started, and all the times that I wasn't too sure on something, reached out to my upline in the community, like little things that he'd asked that I was like, oh, I remember asking that, I remember being confused on that, or I remember not knowing how that worked. And it's just good. You realise at that point in time how far you've come. You realise when you are teaching someone something, how much your knowledge and experience has grown. It was decent to be able to pass on what I'd learned to someone else, do you know what I mean? And that is like one of the most powerful things of having knowledge and experience, is being able to teach other people. Anyway, I am about 15 minutes from home, so I am going to cut it off here because it is starting to get a bit rainy out, not going to lie. And also it's quite dark, so you can hardly see me, so I'll catch up with you guys back home. Guys, I've just got back from a walk, absolutely starving. So I've got this sort of chicken curry that Mum made for dinner. Eating Mum's cooking tonight. Normally I make my own stuff and eat my own stuff because I'm tracking it, you know what I mean? I obviously have to eat 3,500 calories a day. So I like to track it so I can know where I am. But tonight I just thought I'd eat a meal that Mum made because chicken curry, so it'll have quite a bit of protein in it anyway. But yeah, got that pair. I'm gonna have a shower and get to bed because I'm gonna be up early tomorrow as per my morning routine. So I'm gonna cut today off there and I will see you guys tomorrow morning bright and early. Guys, it's Thursday. Today I started at 6 o'clock. I was on the Sci-Fi Sunrise call where we actually had a live trade alert that I'm in at the moment, which was GBP CAD. Don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, at the moment it's climbing in profit. It's slowly building, which is good. Hopefully it hits TP. We'll see what happens. Not trying to get too emotionally high or too emotionally low. Just got to see what happens. I'm now going to go into town because the charging port on my phone, so for some reason, I'll try it now. Yeah, for some reason, the charging port on my phone, whenever I plug like a charger into it, it just doesn't charge my phone. However, I do have this wireless charger, luckily, so from that I can charge my phone, and it also confirms to me that it is something to do with the charging port. So I'm going to take it into town, take it to an electronic shop, see what they say and see what they can do with it. But yeah, I'll take you guys with me and I shall see you very soon. Guys, it's been a very productive morning so far. Well, I say morning, it's now like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's been a very productive day so far. Got out, got some coffee with Dad, had a look around town, got some new trainers because I gave in the end. Just thought, nah, I need to get some new ones. And I actually picked up these like for quite a decent deal. I don't normally go for Puma, but these actually did catch my eye a bit. I thought they were a different sort of style of Puma trainer than what normally I go for in the past. But yeah, they were decent. They were only like 33 quid as well, knocked down from 64, which was like a no-brainer. I thought, definitely, why not? In that time as well, I also made 2% on a trade today, which is awesome. 2% might not sound like a lot of money, but when it comes to like for your bank, for example, literally giving you 1 to 2% a year, making 1 to 2% in a morning is decent. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that as well. I don't know where you can see that, but essentially the arrow at the bottom, that's where I entered the trade, and then the arrow at the top is where it automatically took me out the trade at my take profit level, and that is just literally through using the power of AI. Got a few things done around the house. Like I said, had some lunch. Trade house tonight as well, so I'm going to make sure that this is charged up this time, ready to come to trade house with me. Glizzy overdrive. Back from the trade house. It was really decent actually. There was a few people there. Yeah, it was good. It was nice to see people getting like closer and closer as well to getting to Mexico. So a lot of that being talked about, a lot of excitement and buzz coming from that at the moment. One of the lads in the community actually, Jake Paint, actually gave me like a lift halfway between the trade house and my house. So that was really helpful as well. And if he's watching this, fair play, like cheers mate, shout out for doing that. He's called Jacob Paint, alright, if anyone wants to follow him. I'm now gonna Mum bought a lasagna for dinner. I don't know if you can see that well. And I'm not gonna lie, I've already had a bit. And it is like, for a shop brought one, it's actually not trying to sound like a snob, but it's really nice, so I'm gonna plate that up. Hang on. But yeah, I'm gonna plate a bit more of this up because there's not much left and I am really hungry. I haven't actually tracked today. Like, in terms of my calories and stuff, I haven't really tracked. I actually did like watch a YouTuber. I've watched him before. He does like eating challenge videos and stuff like that, like training videos, days in the life of, and like that kind of stuff. He's got a kind of physique where he'd look like he'd be so like strict with his diet and what he eats. When he was like talking about his diet with a video, literally said that he hardly tracks ever. Like he'll have the odd day or two every now and then just to see if he's like within like the sort of calories that he roughly should be eating, and that is it. Like he literally just doesn't track, and he eats like, I think because he said he has like quite a fast metabolism, he eats quite a lot of like what he wants. I'm not following it, but I'm just giving myself that freedom where I'm not super strict. Everything I eat, like eating like chicken and avocado and stuff like that all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, naturally I've always been someone that likes healthy stuff, like sort of fruit. When I was a kid, I remember my mum used to say, if I'd ever go to like a party, like everyone, like when they put the food out for the party, everyone would always go like straight for like the sweets and stuff like that, and then there'd just be me on my own, the weird kid that would just go straight for the fruit. I guess it's not a bad thing, I've always been like that, but I've always had a bit of a sweet tooth as well, so I like to have that leniency in what I eat. I'm heating this up real quick. I'm gonna take this upstairs. I'll catch back up with you guys when I get upstairs. Guys, I'm gonna close the video off here. Obviously, I'm back upstairs now with my lasagna, which doesn't look like there's a lot on the plate, but I've already eaten some. So what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night essentially is just sort of chill out. I might do a bit of education. Oh, I do have to journal a couple trades actually. So I'm gonna journal a couple trades, a little bit of personal development, some Think and Grow Rich. I'll be going to bed. Just before I go, guys, as well, one thing that I forgot to mention, part of my evening routine is taking a cod liver oil tablet. I've been doing this for like quite a long time now, and the reason I mention that is because if anyone's got anything that they recommend, because I have had a couple friends that have like talked about ashwagandha or something like that. If anyone has any sort of particular vitamins or like tablets that they take for like health improvement and stuff like that, let me know, because I'll be fully open to sort of any recommendations. It's Friday morning. Plan today is I'm going to be, later on this afternoon, I'm going to be meeting up with Jake Thompson and Jake Penk, two of the lads from the community. This morning, not a lot planned, but I am going to get out of the house. I'm going to get out and sort of let the fresh air wake me up properly, so to speak. Go for a short walk or something like that, just to keep myself sort of ticking over. But yeah, this afternoon should be fun, should be decent. We're doing it at Royal William Yard in Plymouth, so anyone that's watching this that is from Plymouth will know where that is, which will be an interesting afternoon. I'm going to be documenting that. This week, I think I've already mentioned it, but what I'm trying to do is film more of actually what I'm doing. I'll see you guys very shortly. Guys, it's Saturday. I am going to wrap the video up here just because I like to utilise the whole weekend to be able to edit and upload it for Sunday evening. Having said that, thanks for watching, OGW fam. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's keep levelling up with AI trading. Catch you in the next one.